Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little chit chat. I'm actually waiting for my cheese board to arrive that I ordered on DoorDash. I was going to do a charcuterie board, but where I live, they don't have like the best restaurants, and I was even lucky to find this restaurant that had cheese boards and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just gonna have to work with what we got. I got my bottle of wine right here, and we're just gonna set the tone for this girl talk. And I'm really excited. If you guys are interested, please keep watching. Just waiting for my cheese board to get here. I hope it's good because it has like all different kinds of cheeses and crackers. And I really love cheese boards. I love charcuterie boards. So I'm hoping it's good. Cheers to the holiday tomorrow. It's President's Day tomorrow. I'm off of work, so yeah, we're cheersing to that. Because why not? Oh, my DoorDash is calling me. BRB. Okay, so my cheese board got here, guys. I'm so impressed with the packaging. Like, look at this. How cute is this? Oh my god. I thought I was gonna have to like set it up myself on a plate. Okay guys, so I set up my cheese board. Look how cute this is. We got the cheeses, we got, what else we got? We got some walnuts, it looks like, crackers, grapes. I'm so excited. This looks buenísima. Let's get right into this. I got my glass of wine. I'm feeling very fancy right now. Let's take a little sip. Okay, so where do I even start? Slice of apple, little garnish. Apples. Tastes like an apple. Let's try this. I wonder what this is. Oh, it smells like a creme. It's like some kind of like cream cheese with honey. It's so good. Bomb. It tastes so rich. Like the cream is so rich. The honey is like super fresh. So I have some topics for this little girl chat. I have them written down right here. Oh my god, so the other day my friend Jada and I were on the phone just talking shit, you know, gossiping a little bit. And you guys, literally we were talking about how we were both kind of just like joking around at first, but then we got into a really serious conversation, and we both just felt like men aren't masculine anymore. Men are super feminine now, not only in ways such as painting their nails and like arguing with women on the internet, talking down about women any chance they get. What is going on in our society, you guys? It's like, it's insane. I know that's like a topic for debate nowadays. I'm sorry, but a man painting his nails is just like too far for me. It's too far for me. I don't like it. Pretty much my friends don't like it. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks that way. Let me know what you guys think about that, because it's like, I just can't get into that. I literally come from a culture where men are supposed to be providers, men take care of the household. And I come from a household where my father, as a man, he was a handyman. He would build houses, he would fix houses, he would do anything for the women in his family. Like if I asked him to help me with something, he's running to help me like a true man. And if we look at the current state of masculinity, we don't see that anymore. Those kinds of men are on a decline. They're trying to compete with the baddies now, getting their nails done, posting shady and disrespectful things about women, talking about women all day. You must not get any women, first of all. If you have a masculine man, hold on to him tight, because I know I'm holding on to mine tight. I know my girls, they have a good man by their side. So I genuinely feel so lucky and so blessed. It's obvious that things in society are changing. From the outside looking in, like when I go on the internet and I see the way men act, and I see the way that the men have, and I see the way that men are having debates online, pretty much about whether a woman deserves 50-50, how a woman should dress, what a woman should do. A lot of the times I go online and I see men, again, trying to compete with the baddies, trying to be disrespectful towards women. And it's like, incel behavior is on the rise. Because if you had women, you would not be on the internet talking about women. You wouldn't be debating about whether a woman deserves 50-50. You should just already have that kind of instilled in you, you know, if you were raised right. If you're a man with ambition. But then again, the men with ambition, like my boyfriend, they're not online tweeting away, tweeting all hours of the day. So that's that. That's that on that. This cheese is definitely not fresh. It's definitely like, I spoke too soon once again. This cheese definitely is fresh. It tastes so fresh. It's right here. Wow. Like the older that I get, the more I'm really turning into a grown woman. Like I'm 27 now. And I really want to tap into my feminine side. I really want to be more feminine overall. Like at my old job, I used to work in luxury retail. And I was surrounded by beautiful women, feminine women. Our clientele were obviously very feminine, very luxurious. And it just made me want to be that kind of woman. I want to be more feminine. I want to be more graceful. I want to be more soft-spoken. Again, with masculine men on the decline, it's kind of like femininity is also kind of getting lost as well. I feel like women nowadays, they want to talk like a boy, they want to listen to music like a boy, they want to have mannerisms like a man. And I used to be like that. Like, I used to think I was tough. I would always have my guard up, which is obviously reasonable. What is this? And I used to be like that. Like, I used to try to be tough like a man, um, listen to masculine music. And it's like, that was slowly making me more aggressive. It was making me think that it was making me more masculine, and I didn't like that. Mm. Blue cheese. I don't know, I just don't like blue cheese that much. Once you're healed and you surround yourself with other women who maybe they're not healed for good reason, bad reason, and they're in their masculine energy, for example, not being a girl's girl, always talking badly about women, always shaming other women, hating like a man, basically, you know, I realized how much I didn't want to be like that within myself and with other people's behaviors, because especially when you see it, somebody else doing it, it's kind of like an eye opener, you know? Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of this blue cheese. Pinkies up. I also feel like finding the right partner is really key into tapping into your femininity. Of course, you can do it on your own. You can change how you act, you can change certain behaviors, but a good quality man, a hardworking man, a patient man, a caring man, a loving man who wants to love you, take care of you, he's gonna make you want to be more feminine. He's gonna make you want to be more soft and sweet. He's gonna make you want to cook and clean and look pretty. Obviously, when you're loved correctly. Like, I've been in situations where I've been treated horribly by an ex-partner, and again, it made me more masculine, it made me aggressive, it made me have a wall up. It just made me not want to submit or be soft, because this man is playing with my emotions. So everything on this cheese board is so good and fresh, except for that blue cheese. I'm not a fan. This cheese. So yeah, this year I'm really tapping into my feminine energy. I'm going to be more loving towards myself, towards other people, more patient. I'm definitely like, I've always been a hothead, and I don't like that about me. I really don't like that about me. I want to change that. I want to be more patient, understanding. I want to be more soft. And another thing is, like, a woman who's feminine, she supports other women. So again, when women hate like a man online or in person, it just makes me cringe. It makes me feel sad for that person, because it's like you have a lot of healing to do, you know? Let's try this right here. Looks like there's some fig jam. My favorite. Although I think it's the same as this. Let's try. Fire. If you guys have never tried fig jam, you got to try it. Cheers to all my baddies out there watching. In my culture, I grew up seeing people from my high school who were also from the same culture as me. I grew up seeing some girls as young as 18 or 19 get into arranged marriages. A lot of my family members are product of arranged marriages, except for my parents. I've always been around this culture where it was considered normal to get an arranged marriage, where you're more supported if you're young, a woman, and you're married with a family, rather than a woman who's getting a job, getting a career, getting a degree. And my parents raised me differently than that. They wanted me to be independent, they wanted me to be educated. So with that kind of pressure around me, I still did not want to submit to that kind of life. Again, of course, a man who takes care of you and who loves you correctly is gonna make you want to be more feminine. But while I do have that mindset, while I do have that belief, I also grew up in a culture where arranged marriages were normal. Like, I have seriously seen people from my high school who were also from the same culture as me. They got married as soon as they finished high school to a man way, way older. It was an arranged marriage, and then they end up getting divorced like a few years later. My parents did not raise me like that. They wanted me to be different. They wanted me to have my education. They wanted me to be independent with my own career, with my own money. So with this kind of mindset, I appreciate when my man takes care of me, but I also can show him that I can spoil him too. I can do things for him too. You know, I can hold myself up because I have my own money, I have my own career. And I feel like growing up in this kind of culture where arranged marriages were accepted, I've seen a lot of broken homes where they're in an arranged marriage or they got married very young and the man is the only provider. And it's like the man often takes advantage of the woman because they know that the woman depends on them. You know what I mean? So it's like growing up and seeing that, I never really cared for this 50-50 talk. Like, I never did. Not saying that you should completely accept a broke man into your life, because there's a difference between a man who's broke and a man who's working on himself. Like, if he's actively going to work every day, if he has dreams and ambitions he's planning on, he's working on, that's different. But completely relying on somebody, I just feel like there should be some kind of common ground. Like, if you want to be that traditional housewife, you can go ahead, I don't judge you. But I personally feel like, as a woman and how I was raised, I gotta have my own, you know. I just have to. Like, I take pride in being an educated woman with substance. And I know that's not like a popular opinion. Like, I know it's always like, oh, the man should be paying this, a man should be doing this, a man should be doing that. But it's like, what about the women who want to make something of themselves? What about the women who want to tell their children, like, hey, your mom did this, your mom is doing this, so they can go brag off to their friends and tell their friends, like, my mom does this, my mom does that, they're both successful. In my relationship, my boyfriend and I, we glowed up together. We got together very young, and we built such a strong bond and friendship that we're both achieving our goals together. We're both trying to build an empire. And he takes care of me, but I still go to work. I still have degrees. I still go to school. I'm studying another degree. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I respect how everybody feels. But when it comes to that 50-50 conversation, I wouldn't say 50-50 is okay, but maybe like 60-40 or 70-30 is okay, because as a woman, I want to be educated. I want to have my own thing going on. I don't want to completely depend on a man, or my man, should I say. That's how I look at it. Oh my God, you guys. So I wanted to tell you guys about this in like a whole separate video. I'm probably not gonna finish this, TBH. This is a lot. Ugh, I'm not feeling this blue cheese. No blue cheese in my off-whites. I think I'm gonna just tell you guys in this video because it's just too juicy. I let some time go past before telling this story, but a few months ago, I quit my job. Guys, I loved this job so much. So much. It was such a fun job. I was working in luxury retail. I'm not gonna say the name of the store because legal purposes. But yeah, I mostly wanted to work at this job for the discount. And I am in school. Like, I was in law school, but then switched over to a different program, a tech program. So I was like, you know what? I'll just work this job for now because, you know, I need some money. So yeah, I took this seasonal position at this luxury retail store. It was actually my first time working in retail. I didn't know how brutal working in retail was, by the way, until this experience. Like, I've seen posts about it. My friends have told me, my boyfriend has told me about the retail world, but I was not prepared, even with these kind of warnings. When I got hired for this seasonal position, the person that hired me, aka my manager, she told me that there was an opportunity to be working there full time after this seasonal position. So my goal was to go from being seasonal, making no commission, but a very good hourly wage, into full-time sales rep, okay? I wanted to eventually be hired full-time and make commission. That was my goal. I love this job so much, you guys. If you're into fashion and beauty like me, then you understand what I feel like. Like, I had so much fun at my job every day. I loved my coworkers there, especially the women that worked in the beauty department. They were my favorite. They were the best women ever there. So sweet, always complimenting me, always such good energy. Again, they inspired me to be more feminine. Like, they would come to work every day looking amazing, makeup done, hair done, best outfits. But since I was a seasonal employee, I was not scheduled in one department. Like, I would move from the beauty department, the women's department, shoes department, men's department. And there were also other seasonal employees. So they would change around, like, who was working on what floor that day, until our manager saw where we were comfortable at. So for me, she saw that I was doing very well in the men's department. I was bringing in a lot of traffic. So my manager would constantly schedule me in the men's department. I really liked the brands that they had. I knew more about their brands. I have experience in customer service, hospitality. So I am really good at helping others. I'm very bubbly. I'm very helpful. In the men's department, I was working with a few other people who were salespeople, and their vibe was totally different from what I experienced on the other floors in the other departments. They were very much standoffish, very competitive, very rude. And the thing is, like, this luxury store that I always grew up going to, I remember I would go to this luxury store where I grew up, and the girls there, the salespeople there, they got dressed up Like, they would do their makeup, their hair, they would look good, they would have the best customer service. But these people in the men's department would come to work looking any kind of way. They were not really the best with their customer service. Like I checked the reviews before I started working there, and it was just all bad, negative reviews about the people working in the men's department, how they don't even pay attention to you. So obviously they felt threatened by me, because here I am coming into their department looking dressed up every day, being super bubbly, having great customer service, being very talkative. Obviously, I'm gonna have more customers coming up to me trying to get help from me, because I'm doing my job. Like, I come to work every day happy. Like, I come to work every day happy. I come to work every day ready to help somebody. And in today's society, I feel like customer service has went down so much. Like, I know this because I experience it all the time. Like, anywhere I go for customer service, people are musty. They act like they don't want to be at work. They're super cranky, which I understand. Like, maybe the pay isn't that good. Maybe they don't like their job. But me personally, I'm going to work somewhere where I want to be at, and I'm going to put in effort. Like, obviously we spend a lot of time at work, so might as well make it the best. Like, get up every day and look good. You feel good. You have more energy, you know? So my coworkers were something else, you guys. Like, so I would come into work every day. I would try to be friendly. I would try to talk to my other coworkers there, because again, I see you guys every day. So let's have good energy, you know? Normally, I don't really care to make friends at work. I just want to have a good environment. I want to be cool with everybody, at least, you know, at least be cool and cordial with everybody. So I would come in like, hi, how are you doing? Do you guys want some coffee? Do you want me to get anything for you? If you need any help, I'll help you right away. I also feel like I have to mention, I was not making commission. I was only, again, making a good hourly wage. So anytime a customer would come up to me and ask help from me, I'm helping them, and it's time to check out and get the sale, I pass off the sales to my coworkers every time. Like, every single time I would pass it off to them. So it was even to the point where two of my coworkers that were male in the men's department were thanking me for doing that, because I was helping them boost up their sales that day. You know what I mean? So obviously customers, again, they're mostly coming up to me because I look more welcoming, because they want to talk to me. They see a baddie at work, so they want to talk to her and get her some sales. But I'm not getting any sales. I'm making these sales for my coworkers. So the girlies didn't like that there. There were 3 girls that worked in that department. They were all older than me. I'm 26. I think I was the youngest employee at that whole job, now that I think about it. Yeah, so I was 26 at the time. And yeah, they were just so standoffish. Every time I would talk to them, it was just super rude, bad energy. And it's like, I was doing everything I can to get on their good side. Like, I would fix everything up. I would clean everything up. Like, I would clean up around the store. I would do little minuscule tasks for them. And still, that was just not good for them. Like, they just did not like me at all. So I was talking to one of my girls in the beauty department who I absolutely adore. Like, I still talk to her to this day. That's how amazing she was. And the other people in the beauty department were amazing. The women's department, shoes department. It was just men's that were just super catty. So I was talking to her. Let's name her Rita. Okay? So I was talking to Rita, and I was just like venting to her, like, when it was slow on my downtime. And I was pretty much just venting to her, like, the girls in the men's department are just so rude. I'm trying to be cool with them, but they're so like, they don't like me. They do not like me. And she pretty much just confirmed how I felt and told me how they don't like anybody that they feel intimidated by. Basically, what happened with Rita was that like some customers will come into the men's department, shop around, and then they're gonna go check out the beauty department because in the beauty department there's cologne and stuff like that, very nice expensive cologne. So okay, I'm gonna have to give the other three girls names. So the three girls in the men's department who did not like me, let's name one of them Susie, let's name the second one Macy, and then the third one Ella. So Susie is the one who I truly had a problem with. Like the other girls I had a problem with as well, but Susie was just like super rude. Every time I would ask her for help, it would be attitude. She would sigh and huff and puff and just be super nasty about it. So this particular day, one of Susie's clients walked over to Beauty, to Rita. And Susie literally ran after this guy and was like, oh no, you should come back over here to men's, da da da, I can get you this, I can get you that. Like, you're that thirsty for a sale, like you're that intimidated by the other women. Super weird. And I get it, it's like a competitive sales environment, but she was so nasty, you guys. Not just to me, not just to Rita, but every girl in there. She was ready to snitch on anybody, get them fired, if that meant that she could keep her job, if that meant she wouldn't be threatened, if that meant that her clientele wouldn't get threatened by a woman who was good at sales, who had good customer service, who looked nice at work. Because, baby, I don't even know how people were coming up to you for anything. Like, you look crazy at work. So yeah, Rita just pretty much confirmed how I felt. She was just letting me know, like, don't let them get under your skin. Don't let them get to you. They're obviously threatened by you. Just keep doing you and you're gonna get hired. You're gonna make your own sales and you're gonna do great. So I kept this in mind, right? But it bothered me so much as time went on because the girls started to be more catty, like literally snatching stuff out of my hands to give to the clientele. It was bad, you guys. It was bad. But the day that really just like did it for me was one day in particular where I came into work. Again, I walk into work, I'm saying hello to everybody, good morning. If you guys need anything, I'm here to help you. No response. Okay, maybe everybody's in a bad mood. I don't know. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, I don't care. I'm not gonna let them get to me. That day, my manager had scheduled another seasonal employee to work with me on the floor in the men's department. So Macy, the other girl working in men's, she walks by us talking to Susie and Ella. She's like, oh my God, why are they on our floor? Why are there so many of them? Like they need to just go. Like, saying it loud enough for me and the other seasonal employee to hear. So I'm just like, damn, they're not trying to hide it today. They're not trying to hide it today. They're not trying to be discreet with their bitterness. They're letting it loose. So they're letting it all out for us to see. But again, I just thought about what Rita told me and maintained my calm. Okay. I'm talking to the seasonal employee. I need to give her a name. Veronica, you guys, was the sweetest girl ever. Like, she could not hurt a fly. If you talk to her, you could see she was so genuine. She was so sweet, just so nice. And that's an important part to what I'm about to tell you. So keep that in mind. So Veronica and I were chatting, and then business starts to pick up. More people start to come in. We're walking around asking people, how are you? Do you need anything? Da da da. I'm helping out one customer when Susie comes over to me and she's like, hey, this is not your client. This is somebody else's client. This is Ella's client. So can you just leave him alone? Like, she's got this taken care of. Super rude, super, again, nasty. I'm just looking at her with a blank stare, like, did you really just yell at me in front of a customer like that? And I walk away. I'm boiling inside, you guys, because again, I'm a hothead. I'm working on it, but I'm a hothead, and my temper, not the best, not the best. I got my temper from my dad, very much so. I walk over to Veronica and I tell her what just happened. Then Veronica is helping a customer. Ella and Susie, they go up to Veronica. Again, she's the sweetest girl ever. Like, they go up to Veronica and they're ganging up on her. They're yelling at her, even louder than they were yelling at me, because they know Veronica is sweet. They think that they can walk all over her and talk to her any kind of way. This is so-and-so's customer. Back off, leave him alone. He's already taken care of. Stop getting in our way. And Veronica literally looks like she's on the verge of tears, you guys. I instantly felt so bad. I was so angry. She comes over to me. She's telling me everything that happens. I'm getting more and more riled up and mad, because it's like, these girls are really trying to be bullies at our job. Like, they are trying to be adult bullies, and they're grown women. They're way older than us acting like this. So I'm just like, oh my God, no, like, I'm done with this. Da, da, da. And Veronica's like, no, it's okay. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna do great. We're gonna get hired full-time as salespeople, and we're gonna show them. Let's just stay chill and calm and confident. Basically just like being very sweet and positive and not letting it get to her like I was letting it get to me. But I just don't like when people think that they can walk all over me. Again, I'm helping out another customer. Susie erupts. You are getting in the way of my clientele, right? You are getting in the way of my relationship with my clients. You are getting in the way of my sales. Do not talk to my clients. Do not talk to customers. Basically just going off on me. Little does she know, like, I may seem very sweet and nice, very talkative, caring, but once you get me to that point, at this point, I snapped, because one, I already felt bad for working there, being that I just graduated with my master's degree, and I was really insecure about the fact that I'm changing my whole career path. And now I'm working in retail. Also, I knew that if this was how they were going to treat me, and I'm only a seasonal employee, I know that if I was to get hired full-time in the men's department, that they were just gonna make my life miserable. And yeah, so I snapped. I was like, you're a mean girl, you're a bully, you're rude, you're nasty. Then she starts playing victim. All this tough act immediately just goes away, and she's like, do you want to go take this to HR? I feel like you're being very aggressive. We need to go take this to HR. And then I'm like, I'm not taking this to HR. I'm not a snitch. I'm not, like, I don't need to do that kind of stuff. Like, I don't need to go tell a principal like you do, you know? So she goes on to say, I'm gonna go to HR and report this. I feel very scared. You're very angry. The only person that was angry was you. And then you want to snap on me in front of other customers. I'm like, you can go tell HR I'm quitting. Like, I don't care. I don't need this job. I'm going to go find another job. I'm going to go find a career. This is your forever job, okay? This is just a placeholder for me until I graduate and get into my full-time career. Then I walked out, peaced out, and that was that. Like, my eyes were open that day, and it made me realize so much. It reminded me so much of what my true passions are. If I have these goals and dreams that are so specific, that have been with me since I was younger, why waste my time here, you know? It's like, if you have a plan A, there's no plan for B, C, D, or E, because plan A should be the only thing you're focusing on. So I quit with those intentions. I told myself I'm gonna find a better job. Now I'm working a more serious job, a corporate job within my field, still studying and just aiming for better. Like that was just a reminder, like I cannot work for somebody else. I cannot be fighting with coworkers. Retail is like high school pretty much. It doesn't matter the age differences of your coworkers or the departments in your job. Like people are gonna act like they're gonna act very childish and they're gonna start drama. And that was just not it for me. Like I had a little taste of that and told myself, no. So yeah, that was a little mini story time of how I quit my job. Little chit chat session about masculinity, femininity, going 50-50. I hope you guys enjoyed this little sit down wine and cheese board video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go finish this wine and enjoy my day. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this, because I feel like I want to make my own charcuterie board next time. I'll do some more juicy topics. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.